Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Michael Carbone. I'm a business and immigration attorney in Staten Island, New York. And today I want to talk about the K-1 Fiancé visa interview and the most common questions asked at that interview at the US Consulate or Embassy overseas. Before I dive into this topic, if you have any questions, you want to start a conversation, or have general comments about this topic, please drop a comment below. Otherwise, if you want to set up a legal consultation, visit us at carboneattorneys.com. We have a button in the top right corner of our website. Click it, fill it out, and we'll get back to you as soon as possible. So the K-1 Fiancé visa interview at the US Embassy or Consulate abroad. What are the most common questions asked at that interview? So at this point, you are at the final stages of the entire process. You've submitted your I-129F. It's been approved by USCIS. Your case moved to the National Visa Center. You submit your DS-160, your actual K-1 visa application, and now you've scheduled your interview at the consulate or embassy, and you are awaiting to meet with the US consular officer and prove that you're eligible for this visa. So at the actual interview, the US consular officer that's interviewing you will want to focus and ask questions about you, the US petitioner fiancé that petitioned for you, and your relationship. The most important element of this interview is that the officer wants to ensure that your relationship is authentic. It's real. You are not just entering into this relationship for immigration paperwork. And so they're going to ask questions that really get to the heart of your relationship with your partner, with your fiance, and your plans together, your future plans. Because obviously the goal here is that once the K-1 visa is issued, you will fly to the United States, and within 90 days of your arrival, you and your fiance will get married and you will move on to the next process, which is applying for adjustment of status. So what are some questions that the officer might ask about you? You are the K-1 visa applicant. They're going to start with, please provide your full name. Are you currently working? Are you in college? Are you in school? What languages do you speak? Have you ever traveled to the United States before? If so, when did you travel? How long were you there for? Who did you go to see? And so on. Have you ever been convicted of a crime? If so, what happened? What were the charges? What were you convicted of? Do you have any family living in the United States? If so, who? Who's living there? These are questions that are going to get to who you are and what your plans and intentions are. The US consular officer that's interviewing you will also ask questions about your fiance, the US citizen petitioner. Some questions might be, what is your fiance's full name? What do they do for work? Where do they work? What's their job title? What are their hobbies and interests? Does your fiance have siblings? What are their names? What are your fiance's parents' names? Have you ever met them before? If not, why didn't you meet them? Do you know where your fiance lives? Do you know their address? Do you know what state they live in? If you are in a legitimate relationship, as you should be, you should know the answers to these questions. They're just basic background information about your partner. In addition to questions about you and the US citizen petitioner fiance, they will ask questions about your relationship. So you might hear questions like, when did you first meet? Where did you meet? When you met in person, what did you do together? What are your plans for the future? Have you made any plans in preparation of your wedding? Did you hire a caterer? Have you hired a venue where to hold your wedding? What happened on the date of your engagement? How did the petitioner propose to you? Do you share a similar faith? Are you both religious? Do you have plans of having children? Some of these questions might feel like they are prying into your personal background, and it's completely understandable, but these are the questions that the consular officer will ask you to really dig deep and find out the truth as to whether or not you're in a legitimate relationship with your fiance. So that's it. Those are the most common questions that can be asked at the K-1 Fiancé visa interview at the US Consulate or Embassy. Now, obviously, I've only raised a couple of questions here and there. For more drawn out questions in the blog post related to this video, I have around 50 questions that you can review. It's really important that you Go over these questions, review them with your fiance, and be sure that you know the answers. You obviously don't want to memorize answers and sound like a robot. It has to come natural, and the answers to these questions should be easy as you are in a relationship with this person, and you should be able to answer these questions easily. They're about your life with your partner, and your future plans together. If you like this video and you want to see more, please like, subscribe, and I'll keep making them.